Typically, the internet here has kind of been the determinator. Is it good stream or bad stream? So here we go. We are still have a 750 coin on the map here, home screen, and so I tried on my last stream to go over the changes I made to this Abzan graveyard deck, and we're going to go over it again because obviously the last stream went horribly wrong. So let me get it back up here and we'll take a look. So if you saw my earlier video or stream where I did use this deck, there was one thing really crucially missing. So it does a really great job of dumping creatures in the graveyard and getting them back. But what it didn't do a good job of was getting other things back that I was dumping in the graveyard. So we've gone with the new Zendikar Rising Uncommon Balaged Sanctuary. So I'm really hoping that this will help out. And of course, being a land on the other side, we've adjusted our lands, which was another thing I struggled with earlier. I have 2 board wipes that work really well in this deck. So again, we're just putting our creatures in the graveyard. That's not a bad thing. So we did that. But the issue I had earlier was white mana. So I completely forgot that in all the packs I've opened, I pulled this pathway, Bright Climb pathway and Grim Climb pathway. So what I've done is I've added those and I cut out some other lands. I actually forgot I even had oh, and I put in the wrong ones. Okay, I actually have the Abzan, so let's do that real quick. Let's go find the right triomes. So that was something else I put in. Although, where did the right ones go? There. Oh, I don't have one of those. That's okay. That'll work. That's still better than nothing, because we did run into issues with white mana earlier. So, and we're just a tad over 60 cards. So ideally, yes, for efficiency, we want to be at 60, but I did dump some stuff out to kind of trim that a bit. My one-offs, several of them could be cut, but I like them, so we're going to try it. What's the worst that can happen? I mean, we're kind of hanging out around Diamond. We're in Diamond 3. Probably not going to hit Mythic, but I never have. Like I've always played so much jank that I like to change decks. Typically when I get a deck that's really consistent, it doesn't last very long because it gets old. So I usually make a good run and then shoot myself in the foot because I'm trying to find something different to play. So, but this deck has done really well, and well, I say really well in Diamond. I mean, as much as I've played it, I feel like it has. It did really good through Diamond 4. Struggled a little bit once we got to Diamond 3. We'll see how it goes. Okay, green. We got a Scryland. Those aren't my favorite, but they're good. So we can definitely play this. If we scry and find another land, we've got 3 drops. We've got several 3 drops. So I think it's worth the risk because I don't like the mulligan. I don't like the risk of taking a mulligan. So while this is a risky keep, we'll keep it. All right, got some coffee. Here we go. See how this goes. Ooh, the last Mohican and Domri as his avatar. Really enjoy that. Let's see. Can we scry for a land? Get rid of that. And hopefully we have a land behind it. That would be ideal. That is the one benefit to the scry lands. I don't like that they're rare, and it didn't work. But that's okay, because that's another 2 drop. So that buys us time. And that I do like. And Glowspore Shaman can put a land back on the top if we pull one, so that's a benefit. Okay, so now we can at least get everything in our hand except for Kai's Wrath as playable. See, the last time I was playing, this Cleansing Nova was just stuck there because I had no way of getting it back. And now I do by adding that new modal land. Let's go ahead and pay the 2 life. Actually, let's do this. So this is one of the one-off cards that I've got, and again, is it efficient? Maybe, maybe not. It drew out a counterspell, and it's not even that great. It's not that great in the deck. Now, what it typically does is it throws up an extra blocker is usually what it does, because we're not making those 1/1 bats any bigger. Again, it's just not that special, but I like having it in there because occasionally it does add the extra blocker. Okay, let's attack first. We're up against control, and I hate playing against control, which I gotta say is really unfair. How are you going to do 14 or Domri with 14 life here? How are you going to do a Domri avatar and you're going to play control magic? That's nuts. That's nuts. All right, here we go. This is what we want out of the shaman. And he didn't counter that, so we got our land on top. This is actually pretty good. Three life and draw a card. Okay. So nothing's going to get countered this turn. So what? All right, let's go with the white land. Very interesting. All right, let me pay attention to the chat here. This is this is part of learning how to stream. Got to pay attention to the chat, and learn how to chat, because not that. Okay, this is gonna get ugly. Thassa's Deep Dwelling. At least he's not on a Ulamog, which happened to me earlier. Okay, so typically I love having this card out early. It's not super early, but early-ish. Now, Banishing Light will be a savior. So typically with that being indestructible, it is really hard to get off the board, but exiling it is really, really good. And he's got another one. That's crazy. All right, let's see. Okay, so he's almost this is almost guaranteed to get through, because when it comes back, we get that 5/5 flyer. Ooh, exiling. Nice. Okay. We can't block the flyer. He's going to blink, or flicker, blink, whatever, with that, and then Thassa's going to do the other one or the same one? Well, no, because if he blinks that, I get that back. Interesting. Okay, so we can do a Wrath effect to get rid of these, but it won't destroy Thassa, but it won't... Okay, let's do it. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Teferi? Yikes. I don't believe that. Well, I hate to call the game this early, but I kind of feel like it's over. There's almost a guarantee that we're sitting on a counterspell. Alright, let's see what we can do. Okay, well, we didn't draw anything out. All right, let's end the turn. I mean, we could call this bluff and see if we can get a counter spell pulled out. But I hate to do that here. Okay, well, milling helps me at this point unless you're going to mill me out, which I don't think that's the game. I mean, it could be the game plan. It wasn't the game plan up until this point. Very interesting. Good game. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's see. I'll tell you what. Let me move my chat box where I can see it better. Maybe I can do better at paying attention to it. This is so crazy getting used to. All right. That's still kind of really in a weird spot. All right. He took my Crucible of Worlds, which is not even that big of a deal. We've got stuff in the graveyard, which is nice. Let's see. I really feel like there's no play. Okay, let's call his bluff at least. If he's got a counter spell, which we expected. We got one out of the hand. All right. We'll play it a little further. We'll go a little further. When did I hit diamond? Probably a week, maybe a week and a half ago. So I didn't play much in diamond. So I got there maybe a week ago. I didn't play much for a while, and then I think it was yesterday I started playing with this deck in particular and got through Diamond 4. Let's just block here. What came out? Dovin, Architect of Law. That's the one from the Planeswalker deck, which is interesting. Don't see a lot of people playing those Planeswalkers from the precons. I'm sure it has a particular drawing cards. I don't know. Interesting. Don't see those very often. Okay. The only thing about continuing to play this out is it's going to take forever, I feel like. Well, I mean, if I can't block, which right now I can't, let's just try it. It either works or it doesn't. This is it. If this works, we'll keep playing. If it gets countered, which we know it will. All right, we're done. This is crazy. All right. I hate playing against that deck. It's silly. I still say that it's unfair to use a Domri avatar and then come out with a control deck like that. That's ridiculous. Okay, let's see if I can get this chat thing moved where it's in an even better spot. Because I am struggling to pay attention to chat. Even though I think I have all of one viewer right now. Let's see. I don't know. This is going to be a lot of fun. Just got to get used to it. Can I move? Oh, I don't want to move that. And of course the internet's got to be slow. Usually it does this like once and then it catches up and we're good to go. We're smooth. So hopefully it's just going to take a second to catch up. Alright, how do I don't know. I think what I may do is have to move my whole screen so that, oh, that might be better. I'm gonna move, instead of moving it on the screen, I'll just move the whole screen a little closer. Not closer, but in my what's the word I'm looking for? My view. All right, what's the new meta? I don't. So since I've been in Diamond, I feel like I'm still seeing. So I just played in a video earlier against goblins, and okay, I also saw so many matches end quickly that it was hard to really keep an eye on what those decks were going to be. So one for sure was mono white. That was recent. Goblins was recent. Somebody was playing something that never got really going. I can't remember what it was. Control is still, I mean, well, I say still. So when you get to these higher levels, Diamond, I'm going to say Mythic, even though I haven't played at Mythic. We're looking at a lot of control, more so than probably the aggro stuff, because while aggro is good, especially mono red is always strong, I think the control plays against it and everything else so well that you just see more of it. I do not like this at all. So it wouldn't be so bad having a 2-drop and 2 land if I could play it, but this is going to be the other black. I have to mulligan. I really get nervous when I do that, but hey, this is good. This is really good. And oddly enough, I think I'm going to move that out so that I can keep everything else. Yeah, we're going to roll right into the first few turns here. Okay, this setup is better. I can see my screen a little better. The issue is I still have to make myself look up. So this is good practice. Okay, that's green and white. Ooh. Interesting. Well, I don't really need to get the Fiend Artisan out early because it's just going to get, it's just going to get knocked off the battlefield early if I put it out early. So I'm going to need green at some point. We'll go ahead and do that, and we'll go here. Wow. We just dumped a bunch of land in. And the card I need to get the land out. Okay, so what do we got here? 1 damage to target player or planeswalker. This is an interesting card. I haven't seen, I mean, I don't know if I'd call that meta at all. I haven't seen that. Let's see. Alright, we're just getting this out of the way because it's a tapped land and I don't know. Just get it out of the way. Okay, this is good though. Next turn I'll play that and get the Crucible back. Okay. So the good thing about Fiend Artisan is it's not a 1/1 counter. It's +1/+1, so it will continue to grow. I still probably should have waited until it was bigger because a shock or a lightning bolt will take it out at this point. Oh, wow. Okay, but that's fine because that triggers my Stitcher Supplier, so I'm not worried. So now we've dumped a bunch of stuff in the graveyard, which is good. Let's go ahead and put that down white. Let's go ahead and get... Let's get this back for now. I've got enough other ways to get creatures back. So we'll do this to keep being able to play lands. We'll get creatures back here shortly. What is up with these? What is up with this? I never see these, ever. That's so weird. Okay. Alright, where is some more white? So now we can get rid of all of those next turn. Okay, I mean, I guess that makes sense. You know, all you gotta do is tap it and deal a bunch of damage. But let's get those off the board. Now the downside is with... Okay, do I have... Okay, let's get a blocker. But like, if he is playing direct damage, like a shock or something, I'm dead. Like, 2 shocks will kill me. This is crazy. I mean, it's a good game, but it could be over really, really fast at this point. Luckily, we've got lifelink here. If this... Oh, good. Okay. So he didn't kill my lifelink. That's nice. Okay. Let's do this one so we can scry. Nice. That's the perfect card. Okay, so now we won't die to a shock, but if he can deal us 3 direct damage, we're still dead. So there's 2 direct damage. That won't kill us. We're stretching this out. Stretching it out to here. Okay. Oh, but I can't... Shoot, I can't kill that again this turn. I can fight a creature, but can it fight a planeswalker? I don't think that's a real thing. Oh. So close. Well, you know what? Oh, it didn't let me... Is that the wrong one? It didn't let me pay the 2 life. That was lame. Oh my goodness. Is my best friend on here? I just looked up in the chat. Now I'm going to start a war. Who's my best friend? Oh, who's watching me? Is Rachel Miller watching me play? Diamond 4. I gotta get to Diamond 3 at least. Okay. While we wait, what's going on? Who's out there in chat land? You guys gotta give me some practice. Rachel is. My only 2 fans, you got to give me some practice with this live Twitch stream. Oh, I have fans making your day. Well, I've got to make somebody's day. So I was doing some reading earlier on how to make a good stream, and one of the tips was, so you don't want to be so good that, or not, you don't want to try to be good necessarily, because sometimes what viewers want to see most is when you fail and they can laugh at you, and you have to be comfortable with that because that's what people want to see. So hopefully it's making your day and you're laughing, whether it be with me or at me. It'll be fine. All right, red or I'm going to switch this up. I've played it with this deck either on stream or a video or in some form quite a bit today. Oh, okay. I was trying to type something somewhere in the search box, and instead of typing it in the search box, I typed it on the name of this deck, and then it also cut it off. So I have to be so... I don't know. I gotta go change the name of this deck. It's strange. Just be real. I don't know if I'm real or not. I'm an actor. I've been on stage before. Okay, I meant to call this... Let's see. What is going on? But I'm here for support. And to see what Twitch even is. Rachel is going to turn into a Twitch star. I'm certain of that. I will be... My only success in life will be teaching people like Rachel what Twitch is, and then realizing that they're great at it and I'm not. Okay, so this is my fight deck. Will I keep it and play with it to get coins and probably lose in Diamond 3? So the point of this deck is Brash Taunter is indestructible and deals damage to my opponent when I deal damage to it. Does eye twitching count? I hope you don't twitch too much in the eye. Okay. Hey, I'm getting better at reading comments. I saw that one pretty quick. Alright, let's try this. Let's try to deal damage to our own creature and kill our opponent that way. I don't know if it's going to work at this level. It struggled at earlier levels, but I will say it is a lot of fun playing in Platinum and Diamond, because while you're playing against good decks, I don't know, there's just certain things you can kind of expect, whereas in some of the other levels it's a little hard to know what to expect. Okay, I don't like only having 2 lands, but I do like having Cinder Vines, and I do have at least 1 3-drop, and the 4s. Okay, this is a risky keep, but I'm going to keep. I think this is free. Oh, great. Typo. Oops. Alright, who is this? Is that IW or LW2134? I don't know. What does Platinum and Diamond mean? So you start out, it's a ranked system. For me, the reason why I play, so you can play ranked or unranked. The reason I play ranked is even if I don't do well, then I'm guaranteed to open so many packs at the end of the season. The season lasts the calendar month. So we're actually coming up on the end of the season. So I think it starts at what? Bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, mythic. Bronze, it used to be bronze and silver. Now it's bronze, silver, and gold. You get 2 spots for a win, 1 spot, or you take 2 steps forward for a win, 1 step back for a loss. So that's bronze, silver, and now gold. So in platinum, diamond, mythic, it's 1-to-1. You move up one step if you win, you go down 1 step if you lose. So it is a grind, and that is a bit of a meta word, but jargon, is that the right word I'm looking for? Okay, so we've already got ramp, so keeping that 2-land hand was really, really worth it. We're up to 4 land and a ramp creature already. This card, I only have 1 of them, and I pulled it from a pack, so I wasn't even planning on using it necessarily in this deck until I accidentally pulled it. But it actually is kind of neat in what it does. So it deals damage based on doom counters, and doom counters get put on it whenever I cast a spell. So it's kind of weird, but for some reason I like it. Okay. I see white, blue, I hate blue of course, green, some black. I'm not sure what we're playing against yet, but we're definitely trying to ramp, or landfall. Maybe it's landfall. I think I'm going to try to kill that next turn. Can you choose to play lower than you are? No, you just play exactly where you are. You have to play in the level that you're currently in and play others. Yep. But again, you can play unranked. But the weird thing about unranked is you would think it's less competitive. The problem is sometimes competitive players will jump in unranked and play their top tier decks. They're trying to play test, and they don't want to play test in the ranked ladder because they don't want to lose spots. And I have seen in some of the groups people get pretty upset when that happens, when they jump in unranked and my mod has my back. I love that. I need that. Like, I totally need that while I'm learning how to do all this stuff. I read so many things about ways to make a good live stream, but it's hard to implement those things when you're first getting things figured out. Okay, 4 damage to each creature will not kill Golos. And I can't quite... I could tap 1, 2, 3. I could do 4 damage to him this way. So I think we're going to wait. I don't need to fight yet. I think let's get a creature out. Oh, I can mutate it. I forgot that. Nice. This is good. This is going to be really good. So now we can swing in for some damage. Can I chat with my opponent? Yeah, sorta. Not really. So the chat system is pretty interesting. So as of right now, they're not doing chat unless you are in a like direct challenge with somebody that is on your friends list. And honestly, that's the best thing. Because if we had chat, it would be just as what's the word, like volatile as social media, and Magic the Gathering or Wizards of the Coast, the company that makes Magic the Gathering, would not want that. So yes, you do have emotes though. And the funny thing is, I'll show you the emotes here in a second. Emotes are almost sometimes just as bad. All right, can I need to wipe, gosh, I need to do something. Let me think. Okay, let's go here. Let's get that off the board before we deal with creatures. Yeah, toxic is a great word. That's the word I'm looking for. But the funny thing is, sometimes just the emotes that are available can be toxic. I actually talked about that earlier, how somebody was giving me the good game emote, and the game wasn't over, and it just, I don't know, it just felt weird. Okay, is that all I got? I feel like that's all I got. Okay, emotes. So you can actually also turn emotes off in the settings if you don't want to see your opponent's emotes. Then you can throw out some different ones at your opponent. But those can even be toxic sometimes, which is silly, but people are silly, I guess. Okay, what is going on? Oh, okay, he activated Golos. Okay, interesting. I really need to figure out how to get Golos off the board. I haven't figured that out yet. Oh, that is an odd card for this deck. Okay, I still don't know. Maybe tokens. This is a strange deck. When are you a mega Twitch star? If people are hateful in here, I will not. Well, that means you have to hang around and actually watch all of my Twitch. So let's see. I could. Ooh, can I? Target creature you control. I don't have a 1/1 counter on it. I'm still trying to figure out how to get rid of Golos. I don't know if I've quite figured out how to do that yet. I mean, I can wipe everything else off the board, and I might just have to wipe everything else off the board for now. All right, here we go. That leaves Golos, and if he attacks, I'm down to 1. But I forgot about. Yeah, it's over. I forgot about that. I mean, I don't know that I could have done anything different. Yeah, this deck just didn't do what it needed to do. But I'm not that surprised, to be honest. I'm not that surprised. Where? Okay. Alright. See, this is where you want to say good game. Where's it at? There. Not. And this opponent, if you will, did not throw out the good game. They probably had their remotes turned off. The funny thing is, I've noticed at the higher levels, the Mythic, Diamond, maybe Platinum can be thrown in there too. At the higher levels, people I don't think, use emotes as much. Like my gray screen, I'll wait on the internet to catch up. Luckily, it doesn't do that in game right now. All right, any more questions while I give this a second to catch up? Throw them in the chat. Give me something to talk about. for just a minute. Well, now you gotta hurry, because if it catches up and I have to move on, I can't read your chat questions. We definitely have to choose a different deck if we're going to keep going. Nice. Alright, let's do one more game. I can't do this all night. I gotta eat dinner. And then maybe do it all night. I don't know. Alright, since I'm pretty sure that my best friends are my only viewers right now, I'll ask my trusty moderator. I won't give his name out just in case. He probably doesn't care. I'm just being silly, I guess. Moderator, how long would you expect a streamer to stream on average? Alright, let's see. I really like humans. What have I not played lately that I really like? Oh, clerics. This is fun. Okay, so it's a tribal deck. Tribal decks are my favorite. We'll try that out. I need to come up with some stipulations for streams, such as I used to do budget decks. I need to come up with things so that there's an expectation for the stream. So I might do some tribal streams, some budget streams, things like that. 1 to 2 hours at a time. That sounds about right. Alright. 2 land, but we got a 1-drop, a 2-drop, a 2-drop, a 3. This is fine. We'll keep this. That way I don't have to deal with the mulligan. Are these my personal decks? Yes, ma'am, they are. I built all of these, and sometimes I have built decks just specifically for streaming. So like I was saying, I've built what I would consider a budget deck, which has to do with wild cards. That is basically your currency, if you will. Streaming schedule, yes, that is something I've thought about, something I was reading about even just a little while ago. And I think because I do occasionally have difficulties, I need to consider that. So I actually may come up with a really strange schedule. I actually may do early in the morning before I start work. So early birds who get up at like 5 in the morning and go to the gym can watch me stream while they're on the treadmill or elliptical. I think that might be where I start. And then see where we go from there. Yeah. If I'm not going to post a schedule until I feel more confident in what I'm going to do, but I am already processing that and thinking about what I want to do for a schedule. I think I may have to even try a couple different ones out and just see what I like. Maybe try one out for a week. Try another one out for a week. That way I don't advertise a schedule for a week and then decide it's not going to work and have to re-advertise. So I may do some testing first. But I don't know. Well, I've got my phone going as well to try to keep an eye on the chat because it's a little bit easier than watching the computer at times because it gives me more information, but it isn't giving me everything. So hopefully it's accurate. Trial and error, yep. There's going to be a lot of that. I think what's weird is this weekend getting things going has made me realize I may actually do this long term. Would most people know the game? Yeah, I'm pretty sure unless I specifically did a stream for new players and then advertise it as such, then yeah, it would pretty much be players who just want to keep track. All right. I got to make a decision here. I'll let my moderator help me in the chat for a minute because I gotta figure out what I want to do. Because if I kill these, I can get rid of that, and I need to get rid of that. But do I need to get rid of it now, or do I need to wait? I think I might wait. Okay. You're not gonna. There you go. So the opponent was trying to decide if he was gonna crack that or not, and I knew he wasn't. Nice. Okay, I'm not going to make him sacrifice that yet. Okay, so, but I might do it next turn because I'll have 3 untapped land, which means I could use the 2 mana that I get from Priest of Forgotten Gods to cast Drana. Ooh. This is going to be bad. Iron Crag. Feet? Is it called Feet? I thought it was... that's not what I thought it was. Oh, okay. Well, that's the other Ugin. That's not as bad. If it would have been the other Ugin, it would have been far worse. Okay. Well, this is interesting. I think we can get out of this. When I saw the 7 mana, because I used to use this card to put down, oh, what's the big dragon that came out of that set? I forget. There's a big 7/7 red dragon that came out of that deck. Or not that deck, that set. That I would use that card to get it out early. Okay, down to 10. Has blockers. Oh, let me get this on the field. Let's do this actually. This is even better. Okay, so you make up your mind. What is this evolved monkey? I usually pay more attention to the opponent's names. Okay, evolved monkey. If you're truly evolved, you can make a decision faster than that. Here we go. Alright, so now we're dealing some damage every time we gain life with Veto. Let's see, can I show you all my decks after this game? Yes, that would be cool. Alright, let's see. No, see I can do this. It doesn't make sense yet. So let's not. Let's go there. Okay, what is the one card you wish you had right now in the game? Okay, so there's not many cards in Arena that I want that I don't have because it's not that hard to get what I want. I just have to have the wild cards. I don't know. In paper, that would be a much more difficult question because there's so many more cards available. There's not nearly as many sets available in Arena. Gosh, there are cards that I want that I don't have. I don't know if I can think of what that would be because it would have to be something I haven't built a deck around yet. Ooh, okay, we're gonna do it now. So because he's gonna kill Veto, I'm gonna go ahead and sacrifice Veto, even though I don't feel like I'm getting as much for it. I'm at least getting something. And I do get card draw for Priest of the Forgotten Gods, so that's good. Okay, so a card I wish I had. Oh, right now in the game, I got you in this match. Okay, I see what you're saying. I'm thinking in the whole game. All right, That's interesting. So, I mean, I wish I had this on the battlefield. What else would I... Okay. What else would I want right now? I'm thinking. I'd want to get rid of this. Do I have any... I don't know if I have anything in the deck right now that would just straight up get rid of that. So, I don't know. I'm in a pretty good spot because I'm going to get rid of that with my attack next turn. I think right now, I just want to get this card out, I think. I can't really think of anything sitting in my deck that I really need on the board. I'm not in a bad place. I am pretty surprised at the way his deck is playing right now with all this red. I haven't seen any direct damage killing my creatures. And taking this long to make a move makes me think we might see a scoop soon. Scoop meaning he's going to scoop his cards up and take his ball and go home. That's what I'm thinking. 2 Robber of the Rich. I have to remember what these do. Cast that card anyways. Yeah, I think that's right. It steals a card from your hand. Not fun. Ooh, Karn. Okay. Evolved Monkey's board state is starting to look better. I'm a little scared. Okay, now I'm thinking there is a card in black that does a pretty good job of getting rid of planeswalkers. I think it will exile a creature or a planeswalker. That would probably be really nice right now, because those are a little scary. Okay. I really want to get this out. Oh, I should have played this first. Oops. There's a misplay. It'll be alright though. I needed that out first. Okay. So I think I'm going to hold off and block. I'm going to hold off and block. So next turn, when I can tap this, start putting angels down. I think unless he can take this out, which I see a Meteor Golem might do the trick if he's got enough. If there's enough mana, I can't tell. Is that 4, 5, 6? He might be 1 short. If he can't take this out, that almost ends the game for him. Because when I start making 4/4 flyers, I don't know, it's not, okay, the 33-6 is a little deceiving. Oh my goodness, we have a toxic chatter. There is toxic chat going on right now. I cannot believe it. I'm over here trying to focus on my game. I look up and there is utter toxicity going on in the chat. It's a good thing Evolved Monkey is not watching our Twitch channel right now. Evolved Monkey would be so angry. Alright. So I'm guessing he's going to swing with that and create a treasure token. Oh, he's really taking a long time on his turn. Alright. Okay, so I can't block the Ginger Brute. So we'll take the 4 damage, but that's fine. Oh, 2 of those. That's interesting. The good thing is, he doesn't have the mana to play it this turn, but next turn he could play one. That might hurt a little bit. Maybe he has evolved past anger. Oh, we shall see. We shall see. Okay. So now let's think. We can sacrifice to get Drana out, but that's not that big of a play. I think we need the flyer. Uh-oh, why can't I scry? Oh, oh my goodness. Evolve Monkey, you're not going to do anything while I'm trying to scry. Just hit the button. Click the button that says resolve. Oh my goodness, my moderator is power hungry. I don't mind that. I need a power hungry moderator. I'm all for it. Okay, let's get this out. Somebody's in timeout. That sounds. Oh no! Oh no! This is not a good time for the internet. Okay, good. For a second there, the internet glitched. Okay. Here we go. Now let's get a token. Come on, token. Alright, we'll get a token. We'll get more life. And I think we're just going to hold steady. Because next turn, if these aren't destroyed, well, they'll just swing in. Which I'm guessing he's going to try and take one of them out with a meteor golem, but then I can keep putting more down, so I still feel like it's only a matter of time. That being said, I'm not sure I like him having more time either. Yeah, time might not be in my favor. Timed out? Okay, let's see what gets destroyed. Oh, that's interesting. See, I would have taken this out because this is going to grow. Yeah, so when I sacrifice my clerics, this will grow. I'm not sure. I might even do it at the end of this turn. I need a board wipe, and I don't know if I have one. I don't know if I have one in this deck at all. She cannot comment while in timeout. Oh, I might be a board wipe short of winning. All right, we need that. And we need that. Okay, so she can bring creatures back. Let's go ahead and go here, here, and here. These will give 1/1 counters and let me draw cards there. That will help. Okay. Land's not bad. He is mad with power. I'm telling you, that's what I want. I have to stay focused. I need a moderator who is going to kick people out. I cannot see that emoji. What is that a dog? Guys, I don't have good eyesight to begin with. It's why I can't play. We have a giant, enormous screen in our living room, and I still can't hardly play. What is it? Call of Duty. Wait, do I need to get rid of one of these first? Yes, let's do that. Let's get rid of this one. This is perfect. Well, not really perfect, because I'm still concerned about this game. Alright, we'll get rid of those. That's fine. It's a kapow. Oh! Yeah, there's no way I could read that kapow. My eyesight. I think it's time for an eye exam. No, no, there's the other Ugin. It's over. It's over. Because that's the board wipe. Yep, that's the board wipe. Okay. I mean, very few games have I been in where Ugin the Spirit Dragon, that is almost always game over. Although I did, not too long ago, I did win. Okay. It's over. Let me think. Is there anything... If I had a typical board wipe in this deck, and maybe that's what I need to do, maybe I need to regroup and put a board wipe in this deck, then I could clear this mess out and have a chance. I can get rid of one creature with this. But at this point, I'm just stalling. Yeah, I'm just stalling for the inevitable. It's over. Alright, you know what? It is over. Let's call it. Let's scoop. We scoop. We're done. It's over. Okay, let's take a look at... Well, first off, where does that leave us? Oh, all the progress I made. I wasn't halfway. I was almost halfway through Diamond 3. And back down. Oh, so much talking. Yes, we're going to check out the decks. So, I don't watch a lot of Twitch, which I probably should at this point if I'm going to make a go at this. Okay, but what little bit of Twitch, a scoop emoji, yeah, it would be. So, I think it's MTG Goldfish. The website, MTG Goldfish, they have a goldfish that is kind of like it's their logo, but it's more than just their logo, and I'm pretty sure its name is Scoop. Yeah. Are custom emojis a thing? I don't know. Yes, I'm glad you watch a lot because I need the help. I need lots of help. I didn't even get... Oh, because I played the wrong color still. So I still have to get that done later. Not tonight. I've got to eat dinner and go to the gym. Alright, what am I looking forward to? Here we go. Alright, so... It only lets me have like 4 or 5 favorites, which is kind of silly because I have more favorites than this. But the ones in gold are favorites. Okay. Historic and okay, I quit naming. I used to name my decks either if it didn't have historic on the beginning, it was a deck I built for standard. Standard, I don't play standard anymore. Like I don't have a single standard legal deck at all. I don't think out of all of these. I used to have brawl. I don't have any brawl decks anymore. No, I take that back. I do have a brawl. Okay, is there a deck you want to see particularly? We have Galta, Flyers, Simic Elementals. We saw the fight. We saw Graveyard. The Gates is very experimental. It changes all the time. Epicure has changed. It used to be based on the card Epicure of Blood, which was a vampire that had a really basic trigger that I don't even know if I have that card in the deck at all anymore. Nope, there are no more So the namesake isn't even in the deck anymore. Now this deck works mostly around Gary, which his actual name is Gray Merchant of Asphodel, but he goes by Gary. Trust me, he goes by Gary. Yes, it is a ton. You're allowed to have 75. It used to be, I think, 60, and at one point I had to start deleting decks because I couldn't make any more. I've trimmed it down by getting rid of all my standard decks. I've trimmed it down to a point where I'm not at the max right now, but I have been at the max, and I have had to delete decks just to make more. Historic Knights, Pirates. Again, I love tribal decks. Humans, life gain. Cats is fun. It doesn't win a ton, but it's getting better. Death Touch. It's supposed to be mono black. It was a typo that I kept, so it's Momo black. This is a fun deck, especially when it does what it's supposed to do. I just wanted to see how many. Oh yeah, I've got a ton. Artifacts, High Alert, Giants. This is actually oddly good. I didn't like the party mechanic when it came out. It's pretty good. Historic Vampires, Wizards March. This is a fun deck. It punishes your opponents for drawing cards. This I changed and is now based on demons. So I'll tell of your church elves. This was supposed to be based on planeswalkers. It kind of loosely is. Chaos, because I need a cool name for a deck. Merfolk, Dragons, Zombies, 7 Dwarfs, discard, Thud. Alright, that's pretty much it. Goblins, I have a Goblins deck. I don't play it that much anymore because everybody is playing that in Historic right now. Okay, that's pretty much it for this live stream. It's been real. It's been fun. It's also been real fun. So thank you for hanging out. Now I've moved my monitor so I can't even find. Yeah, you better call the prayer chain because that demon deck is, it's gonna, I probably don't have a soul anymore, but if I do, it won't last long. Alright, call your mothers, call your grandmothers, call your prayer chain, and let them know before it gets too late. It's time to stop.